Hi, hello. I wanted to start us off today with a little refresher. I haven't looked at anything Veilguard, really. I haven't watched the trailers, any of the teasers, the podcast, which I know is very popular and good. I've read 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 Nights in preparation, and I'm listening to The Last Flight. But other than that, I don't know a goddamn thing. I don't know who the companions are. I don't know who the romance options are. I am going into this as fresh-faced as possible. And so, with all that in mind, I wanted to have a little dissertation time so we can get my expectations for Veilguard, for Solas, for what happens out of the way. So, if things do get spicy positive, I will be vindicated. Hi. Welcome to my Roman Empire. Solas is the first character that I ever romanced in a video game. Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm one of the girlies who played it first, because I had only just gotten into video games very recently, and I didn't even know that there were other Dragon Age offerings, but I saw Merlin playing it, and I was like, I really like to play that. So this man is my very first romance. And that leaves an impression. So he means a lot to me on a myriad of levels. For example, my .edu password in law school was 𝒂𝒾𝒶. But more on that in a minute. I am such a simp for Solas that it's common knowledge in my friend group. They literally ask me for my takes on things and to settle disputes on Dragon Age and Solas in particular, which I very much love from them.
Is that Beeps, Emma?
Yeah, it is.
It's Beepus.
It's Beepus.
Is that Beepus?
Beepus called me on the show
everybody.
to talk about Solas.
No way Beepus called you on the damn show to talk about
It's my
Solas.
second time on the show, baby.
There is something that I do want to spend time with you on at some point. It doesn't have to be right now. But I do want your honest to God, honest to 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶, honest to 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 defense of Solas.
It's the way I talked to this man for about a half hour about all of this. To a man who has not played Trespasser and has not romanced Solas, I had my work cut out for me. But I didn't. Here we go. Credentials time. Just so you know that I'm qualified to speak on this subject matter. Here's my PhD in tragic elven men. This is my actual law school diploma, y'all. I'm not joking. Okay. So, we have. This is gifted to me because I am notorious. I'm not normal about this man. Not normal. Also, don't do this. It's a copyright violation. This was a gift, though, and she didn't know any better. Hand-drawn for me by a fan of my Let's Play because it was so impactful, and I'm not normal about this man. Isn't this beautiful, though, low-key? Ugh. Yes, I hang this in my room. All right.
That's above your bed.
I mean, if Merlin would let me.
Merlin, speak up! He's silenced! That king is silenced!
So, we're at the point where my device name for my Apple products is Venon. And it has been for 10 years. It still is. So, some disclaimers before we really get into it. I'm going to assume that you've all played the games. So we're not going to waste time on foundational aspects. Also, I have not consumed any Veilguard material. I haven't seen the trailer. So I'm going to avoid any and all spoilers for my playthrough. So this presentation is not going to include anything that's been revealed recently. I did, however, read the last short story in 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 Nights, but I won't spoil that for people who haven't read the book yet. All I'm gonna say is it really just supports my stances. So let's go. All right. Yes, as you can look at the date, this is March 1st, 2003. I've been on my shit for a very long time. I literally had to cut this out of one of my playthrough episodes because I wouldn't shut up about Solas.
I've had to do this several times.
Okay, here we go. Why? Why would we want to romance the egg? We're gonna break down into categories. As cited earlier, because elf. Got dreamy as fuck. The allure of Solavellan hell. The man's a revolutionary. It unlocks the full narrative of the game. And sometimes you like a little spicy controversy. So, there are some incredible deep dives on this very nuanced, emotional romance. But today, we really are just going to touch the tip of this iceberg because I really don't have the entire day. I don't want to make everyone stay here for another 3 hours. If you do want later to look at some very talented actual dissertations on the subject, I highly recommend Dumped, Drunk, and Dalish for many an evidence-based breakdown. It's where I do most of my research. Angela's phenomenal, truly. And of course, I can't talk about Solas without mentioning the artist Nipuni, who really does fuel that sweet, sweet pain. I highly recommend both of them and their work in the fandom. Truly. They're what helps you get through this tough time.
Felt the whole world change.
A figure of speech.
I'm aware of the metaphor. I'm more interested in felt.
You change everything.
Sweet talker.
I'm gonna miss their romance so much. He pulls her back. This man goes back in.
Tracy's face?
It's the pent-up desire for me. It's the pent-up desire for me. Okay. So, let's talk about some elves. We are the last Elvain, and never again shall we submit. This is one of my, I mean, I know I'm a little biased. Everyone knows I'm an elf girly. But the elves of Thedas are so incredibly rich and storied. The cultures are so beautiful. You've got your clans of Dalish elves. You've got your elves of the Ferelden alienages, and you even have your enslaved elves in 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃 and Orlais. We really cannot talk about Solas without talking about all these different facets of the Elvain. So, for example, here we have two of the Dalish elves you actually see, well, cosplays of the elves that you get to see and play as in the series. We've got a little Mahariel from Origins, we've got a little Lavellan from Inquisition. So, they are very, very cool because they have a special connection to Thedas, the world around them. In the novel Mass Empires, highly recommend as a read. It's a lot. So read it at your own risk. Read it in bits and pieces if you need to. I had to put it down 3 times before I could finish it because it's a lot. But you find out that when elves are in the crossroads, you get to experience this in game as well in Trespasser.
It's so good. We
The
just
area
did that.
looks different to them because they have an inherent connection to magic in the world. Also, as an elf enjoyer, it's such great lore, and it definitely adds to Solas's allure. And I know we're starting off a little silly, a little superficial, but please let me cook. This is my actual reaction live on stream. And I am not ashamed to say I do this almost every time we walk in here and talk to this man.
It's like I forget every time.
We were talking about voices earlier. I feel like this is a common trope.
Charm person. If you had to tailor it to people, that would be mine. He just says it like that, and I say, "Hi, yes, hello, what can I do for you?"
It's true. You just hear Vanan, it's done.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
done. Thank you.
Oh, if
All
you do
right.
get to be the Inquisitor and
Solas is so dreamy, and
He says it,
fade
I will lose
pun
it.
intended. So, He's a scholar. Solas is smart. We love a smart man.
Yeah, we do.
The subjects that he can speak on, the stories he can tell you, you curry favor with this man by thinking, by asking questions, by having a thirst for knowledge and being curious about the world around you. I'm not joking. You gain actual approval mechanically in the game when you ask questions. He appreciates somebody who's intelligent. And
As
I do
he
too.
should.
And we talked about this a little bit, but his voice, the way he speaks. So oftentimes in the game, you can catch him speaking in iambic pentameter, and you can gain approval, additional approval with him by choosing the dialogue options that return it in kind.
I didn't know that before I
His
did research.
cadence will also sometimes follow the song Hallelujah. So this man is literally singing to you when he speaks. That's romance. That's poetry, truly. Third, we love an artist.
Mandy's so on board.
As you can tell, this has been speckled, this whole presentation of like art that has been made for me concerning this game, because I love it so much, and we always love to support a little artist. Always in the bottom right hand corner, if there's art that's drawn, please go check out those artists. They're phenomenal, wonderful humans. He's got that mural in his little area. He is a patron of the arts. He is codifying history in so many different mediums. The stories that he's telling from the Fade, the art that he's creating, that shit's so important. Fourth, his personality. It's the gentle guiding of Cole as a spirit for me. His willingness to be open-minded and grow as a person regarding his perspective of the Dalish, and honestly non-elves in general. If you just spend time with him and if you just talk to him, his personal quest, it's one of the few that is to the benefit of someone else. You're not helping out Solas personally, you're helping him help someone else. And I really love that about him. He is passionate and he is justice-oriented. He cares about people, even though he tries not to sometimes. And of course, this man has an DLC dedicated entirely to him. He's the only character, other than Morgan, but again, she needs
Liliana
no
also
defending,
has one. She has Liliana's
with their
son.
own DLC, which is an absolute masterpiece, by the way. And he has his own music. We love a little main character energy.
Good.
This is such a good scene.
It's this gravitational pull, the way they hover around one another. He tries so hard to resist
Don't go.
her.
It would be kinder in the long run. But losing you would.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. He can't resist her. Tries to.
Arlath Mavanan.
He goes from, I'm gonna try to resist you, to, oh, maybe I'll just tell you I love you instead.
Mandy's in it. I'm so
And I
here
love that
for
about
it.
a man. Here we go. We were talking some tarot cards earlier. I'm so glad we did. Mavanan. It means my heart. We love a little pet name. So, as you can see, this is the romance Solas card. And I want you to look at these two opposite of each other. His art is turned to her. Look at the way their hands are positioned. He's reaching out, and if you put them one on top of the other, they touch. While Solas's romance does not have the intimate scenes that we've been talking about with the others, their chemistry is palpable and undeniable. And as a demi, the fact that no physical connection of that type, really, is needed to showcase a deep and complex love, that's extremely meaningful to me. That's representation. We love a soft only for you trope.
It's my favorite.
Need I say more? Who doesn't love being the favorite?
Oh, yeah.
And as we just watched, he tries so hard to protect, even when it's painful. We'll get to it, but the Valis scene, a kindness, a desire to save the person that you care about heartbreak. And throughout, he tries so hard to resist Lavellan, acknowledging that it's kinder to spare them both. But love is too strong. And that's where the Varlath Viersuladin comes in. And then as we were also talking about, oh, do we love a little yearning? Solavellan hell has it in spades, let me tell you. There's so much fuel for this fandom. Few romances strike so deep in Dragon Age, and it is truly unique for ways we will continue to get into.
Solas is the leader of a slave rebellion.
The real reason to romance him.
There was a governing group of elves called the Avernus who had enslaved other elves, and he said, no more. I really admire someone who's going to stand up against his peers, because remember, he was Avernus. It takes a lot of introspection and the ability to see from a perspective outside their own, to have a little empathy, to be able to be like, I'm in a place of power, but this is still so deeply wrong, and I'm going to do something about it.
I am going to give up my place of influence to help other people at no benefit to myself, which is why Solas' character really resonates with me.
I love that shit so much. This is literally shit that had to be cut from stream because I won't shut up about Solas. Yeah, the amount of times this has happened to me. So, Fen'Harel, Wolf of the Rebellion, otherwise known as the Dread Wolf.
We have a little wolf motive.
We're done with the snack portion of our meal. Let's get on to our protein and potatoes. So, the man has a whole DLC dedicated to shedding light on his efforts to free the Elvain from the Avernus, who are god mages that enslaved some, if not all, of the elven population. I have admitted this already to having a type. If we've got a little revolutionary coding, oh yeah, I'm already gone. Someone fighting for the greater good, helping the less fortunate, saving those in need, because it's the right thing to do, and not because they're getting something out of it. Swoon. In Arlathan, this man is the 1%. He is the cream of the crop. He is part of the governing, ruling body who doesn't love a man who gives up or leverages his power for the sake of the disenfranchised, who literally says, oh wow, I'm completely and utterly benefiting from this arrangement, but this is wrong and I need to do something about it. He staged an entire rebellion to destroy a system that he was benefiting from. Say less. The scene hits so different once you realize he learned this spell for the elves that he freed from enslavement.
This scene makes me so emotional.
You are free.
And that's why he says you're free. Oh my god. I love how in it Mandy is. I'm around this room a little bit. So, that scene, once you go back and you watch it after playing Trespasser, it makes so much sense. And that is just incredible, to give somebody that gift, that freedom, even though they were ignorant to it at the time. And the choice to have it removed, I think, is so incredibly important, because he doesn't force you. He asks if you would like that. He gives you the information and lets you make the decision about your body. A king. All right, so this
is more
one
of
is
Lemon
very
Cookie's work.
important, and why a lot of people get twisted about Solas. Unfortunately, a decent bit of main storyline conflict is locked behind Solas' romance. Information on it. So when you don't romance him, you just don't get the full breadth of the story. The way it works is that the more rapport you have with him, the more information he gives you. For example, if you have low approval with Solas in Trespasser, it skips the entire finale dialogue. I'm not joking. You wait a few slides. I have a fucking tree. All the dialogue options, and I've snipped some of the important ones for you. It's the way that it's what it might be like 25 cells.
You
deep.
skip the whole conversation.
If you don't
It's
have
wild.
high approval with Solas, you skip the whole thing. The entire thing. It is so important to talk to this fan. So, in the same way, a romance Solas gives you as much of the story as you're going to get. Thus, it's an entirely different game when you romance Solas. I remember Merlin being absolutely shocked when he watched me play.
He was mad.
Because it was completely unlike his own experience. And not because he made different choices. I had access to so much more information. I got to see into the plot beneath the plot. Which leads us to our third point in this little section. You get a nuanced antagonist when you romance Solas. And that makes for a better story overall, I think. You get to see more sides of the equation. You get to make better decisions with better information. And we love a hot villain. I don't even use villain, that's so tainted. We'll use antagonist. And that's even stretching it a little bit, personally. So not romancing Solas is kind of like being a human in the crossroads. You just don't get to see the full, beautiful picture. The erection of the veil was the only thing he could do to save the rest of the elven people from the Evanuris. In process, cut them off from the Fade, which is... I love the gray morality of all of it, because he's clearly attempting to do a good thing. He's trying to save an oppressed group of people from their oppressors, and ended up severing their immortality.
That was hard to watch. In
Sorry,
Trespasser.
real quick, I just want to bring
Yeah.
up that
Yeah.
from the previous clip to this one, your character
Chris
hasn't
calling
moved.
me out.
So that's how long you've been talking about Solas.
All right, Chris.
And
If we expect anything different from Emma.
I just noticed, like, oh, it's still, wait,
Thank
her
you,
character's
Momo.
still standing there. Oh, this is the same 30-minute conversation.
tracks.
Oh, okay.
We
Please
know this
continue.
tracks
I
with
just
her.
wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This had to be cut from my actual like post for the Let's Play, because I usually try to keep it gameplay oriented, right? You go to Twitch if you want to chatter, and you go to YouTube if you want to watch a playthrough. To make a point, we love a man who tries to right his wrongs. We do. I think that's important. So, my favorite slide. Haters gonna hate. So we should start off with some misconceptions. I think
This is
the
the
biggest one that
important
needs to be
part.
talked about, the biggest elephant in the room, is everyone thinks the world is ending. But only the status quo is ending. Trespasser is what clues you into this. And you have to have a high reputation with Solas, romance or no, to be able to get that information. I know it's a little fuzzy because when I tell you that expansion chart is very large, I mean it. So I'm sorry about the resolution. If you can read it, I'm so proud of you. So tearing down the veil isn't going to end the world. Remember, the world existed before the veil. It's just changing it. From what I can tell, it's going to be, if you watch Legend of Korra, much like what happens when the spirit world starts bleeding into Republic City. You just have to learn how to live with spirits again. We did it. We do it a little bit in some of the DLCs. In Jaws of Hakan, they're perfectly chill about it. The Avar are chill as fuck. So, second one. I do think the Evanuris are going to end up being our antagonists, so Solas isn't the bad guy. He expects the Evanuris to be an issue, and dealing with them is what's going to end up creating a little chaos, a little bloodshed. That's what's throwing the world into chaos. That he's freeing the Evanuris to right his wrong and restore immortality and freedom to the elves. So, as we've talked about, low approval doesn't get the information you need to be able to come to these conclusions, right? And people tend to take his words too literally, even if they get to hear his words at all. Those with low approval, as we said, literally skip the entire dialogue of Trespasser where he's talking about all this. So you don't actually get to see any of this. anything that I have up here, people who don't romance or have a high approval with him, they don't get to see any of it. And that means they don't have the ability to learn. So, it makes sense that people tend to misunderstand him. Also, I do think it is worth pointing out that the writers are likely giving themselves room to work in by being vague about a lot of this. It's like clickbait, but not quite. They want to tease conflict, but not too terribly much, right? Not too many details. Just enough to drive interest, but still provide a myriad of ways that this can unfold in. Because honestly, it makes no sense for someone who has saved and or protected vulnerable people over and again, the Elvain, spirits, the Inquisition, the Inquisitor, to intend large-scale harm to innocents. It doesn't track. We need to think bigger. Even Lavellan herself knows that the romance is nuanced,
Eero's art.
and tragic and emotional, and so much more than that. I did get to have a very fun exchange with Alex, who is a doll. Even Patrick Weeks, who writes Solas, says, if you want to see the utter sadness of Solas, it's in the playthrough where you're romancing him. So.
Solas, don't leave me, not now. I love you.
You have a rare and marvelous spirit. In another world.
Why not this one?
I can't. I'm sorry.
It's the way she just stands there. I guess I'll just see you in Solavellan Hell.
It's the way you looked miserable in that clip. I'm so sorry. You looked so miserable. That was like so miserable. That's your miserable look for a second. I haven't seen you look more miserable. I haven't.
Oh, you should watch what happens when I do the Thane scene in Mass Effect.
yeah.
No, I've seen you dead on the floor,
hard.
Emma. I've seen you dead on the floor.
Oh, no.
You didn't look worse then.
This is true, though.
That was the most pained
Mama
I've seen
calling me
you.
out.
I've seen you in pain, bitch.
I had to cut off the part after that scene in the actual episode, because of course I sit there and I stare at the screen for a while. I'm wiping the tears off my face. I make a joke about how I was crying so hard it's like in my cleavage. And then I had to sit there and dissect the Solas romance after that, and like why the breakup is pivotal and where he's coming from as an individual, and that yes, sometimes it's frustrating, but the decisions that he made are so reasonable and relatable as a person. But I don't need to keep going this. May the Dreadwolf take you. And so he did.
Please let him take me.
Yes.
Dreadwolf, take us all.
Please.
Sitting here with my soulless shirt.
Yes.
I'm in Solavellan Hell with you, okay?
Yes. Beautiful. This was posted a month ago, and we recorded it far and beyond before Veilguard was available to play. So, now that we have that out of the way, maybe I start the game up. Maybe we create a little character. Look at her little hand. Oh, the music. This is Inquisition music. Ooh, we're not doing this now. Okay. Past adventures. The Inquisition. A murderer. Oh no, we gotta do it in her voice. Murderer, herald, judge, savior. These were some of the titles heaped on the Inquisitor as she led a force that challenged nations. 8 years ago, a catastrophic breach in the Fade, realm of magic and dreams, threatened the world. through circumstance, or, some claim, fate, a woman rose to lead an organization known as the Inquisition. Traveling many lands, rallying people to her cause, the Inquisitor closed the breach and stopped the villain behind it. She was advised throughout by an elven mage named Solas. The Inquisitor discovered, however, that Solas was in truth an ancient elven god, Veilguard, the Dread Wolf. He planned to restore things to the primal state, when the fade and physical reality were one. Solas said he regretted the deaths this would cause, but claimed there was no other way to fix what was, to his eyes, an irredeemably broken world. After that, the Dread Wolf vanished, but the Inquisitor swore to find him. Oh, I gotta change her name. Wait, I can change her name, right? Customize world state? Edit Inquisitor? Oh, I love that we did my little presentation, and you know how meaningful these tarot cards are. Oh no. I thought they were gonna give us like a little bit, like they do Hawk, but this is... Oh. I better be quick. Okay, good thing Oh, sure. I know mostly what she looks like because we played her so recently. She's big baby girl hours, but not in the same way that Violet's baby. Okay, so Lavellan is not quite as fair. I'm gonna try to get through this. Oh, but guess who has freckles? Oh, the last I can have freckles. Yeah, she just has a smattering of them. Oh god, the Inquisition music. Well, she has a very pretty profile. I had mods for her, so I'm not sure. You know, I wish I could have imported from file like they do in Mass Effect. Okay. How do I make her face rounder? Oh. I know all of these songs by heart. Oh, she has such a nice little face. The hair is not doing her justice. Okay, so I'm gonna fix what I can to make her look the way she looks in my head, and that will make it easier for me. Okay, so we didn't have anything that was very similar to the way her hair used to be. She had an updo, but it's very braided and in the back in a bun. There was this that's somewhat similar. Is there a low? Oh no, not that one. I mean, I guess she can kind of have whatever hair she wants at this point, but I'm just trying to evoke the previous Inquisitor. Oh, the shaved bit. The shaved bit is pretty cool. I don't love the hairline though. And the hairline does change per haircut. This does make her face look round like it's supposed to. I really like the side bangs, and it does have the braid and the updo. Okay, so she has kind of blue-gray hair. It is a little lighter, though. There, I think that looks good. Let me fix her ears. Those ears are killing me. I think it's funny because 8 is the ones that... Oh, there we go. That's fixed. The music. I I do like the ones that are tucked a little bit back with an updo. So let's fix brows. First things first. She had very soap brow to her. These brows are close. Hold on. Let's match. Ours are a little darker. There we go. Oh, those are too much. This is the right shape. They're just not quite that big. I think those are the closest. This girl has eyelashes for days. I literally had mods for the eyelashes. So, let's give her what she deserves. Maybe, do we go big lash? Those are some big, big, big lashes. Maybe that's too much. But she does have huge lashes. Maybe do the middle one. She's gonna look so sad. Why do all my characters look sad? Oh, she has beautiful eyes. She has... Do they have one that's for her? No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to customize it. This is the closest. So, middle, inner. Inner should be gold. And outer, I literally have her face pulled up, is a, I need some more of this. Yeah. And then this is blue. Yeah. Oh. Her little broken heart. So if okay. I wanted a little more gold. I wish it wasn't as prominent. There. Oh, my poor baby. Now her eyes. Spacing seems okay. She does have a very round little face. Tilt. So these are... I don't think hers are very tilted. Let's see. Depth. Hers are very... Oh. So what does that look like? Okay, that's good. The Inquisitor's face is a little longer. We fix mouth. She also has smaller lips that are poutier. Yeah, and her upper lip was... Yeah. They were almost the same size. Poor baby. She had lips for days. Okay. Do you think I need to bring her eyes down slightly? That looks better. Let's do nose. Oh, I can't look at the side of her nose, unfortunately. She did not have an upturned nose like Veilguard. 06 and 7 are broken. Or what if I just... If that's the way I want it from the side, what if I just... fix that? Now her nose is a little longer. And it is a little upturned. So what does this do? Okay. The music. So let's put that at 0 and 0. Oh, time for fade music. The end of her nose is bigger. Is it width? Yeah, there we go. What is rotation? Oh. Hers is a little more upturned. Maybe not. She does need a longer face. I'll have to fix that. Her brows are a little thinner. She has a little less in between the brows. So where is that? Is it this? Yeah. There we go. Okay, is that better? I wish I could angle the brows. Like if I could take the corners and rotate them slightly. Brow. Here we go. Inner and outer position. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, they taper out. Oh, I should have done this to Violet's. She's got a very baby girl look to her brows. Forehead. Oh, that was definitely head width, wasn't it? God, I love the fucking music. Okay, brow spacing. Hers were spaced. Her brows were shorter. Her eyes are a little closer together, too. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly. Oh, the brows actually helped. So let's round her face out a little. It's longer, but also rounder. So these are cheeks, higher cheekbones, which she does have. I'm not gonna go that high. And that helps elongate her face a little. She definitely had a little roundness to her cheeks. What does that look like? It's better. Okay. I'm gonna fuck with the eyebrows some more. Because I do need them to be a little shorter. Those are too short. These are better for her face, I think. They're not as nice as the ones that she had. But I think this is the best I can give her with what we've got here. 30 I would need to tilt down slightly because her brows are pretty straight across, but these do look a little better. Oh, these are the ones I liked. Okay, I was like, Okay, so now let me go back and fix these slightly. Oh my god, thank y'all for your patience. Okay, so they do need to be pulled in a little. And inner position. Oh, better? Brows aren't perfect, but they're better. I'm trying to bring her eyes back down a little. No, that was too much. It's so hard to tell. I do feel like her little face was rounder. We're doing the best we can. Okay, we did nose, we did mouth, we did ears, we did hair. Let's fix her makeup. She had a lot more shadow, and her shadow was dark. So she had a very smoky eye. That is one heckin' smoky eye. I like that it's kind of smudged. Hers is definitely a little bit more self-contained. Oh. That is a very smoky eye. Okay. Now that I've got this darkened. Oh wow, look how good she looks this close up. This is a very Morrigan smoky eye where it's concentrated on the inside. 20 is very dark. And hers is not quite that dark. Honestly, was it this one? It's pretty close to what she's got. And is there liner? Yeah, the liner intensity is already up. I don't know if there's liner in this one. But it's the smoky eye she's got. Oh. So what does this one do? Okay, so it's just the tail end. What does this look like? I keep going back to jaw. Oh god. She did need a longer face. There we go. That helps a little. Oh shit, I haven't even touched body yet. Holy god. I need to pull her lips down. I need to pull everything down a little bit. Because her forehead is higher in her art. Yeah, eyes and brows. There we go. Because I need her eyes, her forehead to be bigger. I need her ears to come down slightly. Rotation height, here we go. There we go. Mouth needs to come down. Position. Our mouth is already very down. I think it's part of the hair that is making this difficult. Oh. Also, there was a double chin the whole time that I didn't see. That's very frustrating. She has a narrow chin, but it is rounder. I need to fix her jaw now. Dang. She's got more of an angled jaw than that. So what does that look like? We'll leave it at 25. Okay, now to fix the jaw. I was wondering why I couldn't get it to do what I wanted. It's because of that. Okay. So, I don't need jawbone as much as I need this. Need to round the face. So we gotta fix this too. This is the angle, isn't it? Okay, I don't need that one. Or that one. So it's this. Maybe I do need a bit of it. Yeah, just a little bit to soften her face. Lavellan's face is a little longer, but I'm not gonna mess with it too much more. And I do think her complexion is fairer. So we are going to go up one. Because the freckles help with that. So that goes this way. Okay, that looks reasonable, that looks reasonable. We haven't done body stuff yet. Now, she was definitely more of the very stereotypical elf. She still had hips and stuff. And I don't think she's very muscular anymore. But I don't like the way her body turns in like that. Okay. Proportions. She was taller. She was very tall for an elf, actually. Let's give this woman boobs. Give her a butt. What? Did you see her? Oh, okay. I was like, what? I did the wrong direction. Don't worry about me. This is pretty close. Didn't do lips. I kind of like her lips, though. They look very similar to what she had, which is why I thought we'd done it already. Now, she does have very rosy blush. And her blush, I think it's most like this. She'd have pretty noticeable blush. And it is a little pinker. Oh, that's what a pink. To be fair, it was pretty pink. Maybe we just lessen it a little. It's giving elf but Morrigan. That is about the right shade, and that is about the right shade lip. Is that everything? Oh, does she have? I don't think she has much glitter on. If she's got highlighter on, I'll give her the highlighter. Don't think she has any tattoos because hers were removed. Her Vaseline is gone. She looks so sad. Maybe adjust the brows one last time, and then I swear to God I'm done. I love my Inquisitor so much. I just want to do her justice. I think that's as good as I can get her. My poor sad little Inquisitor. Okay. It's baby. Okay, so now we continue. I just had my name. Oh.
I won't let this stand.
They brought Alex back. Oh my God.
We need to move! It can't end like this.
All right. Yes, all of this is good. Okay, so the Inquisitor's done. We got a customized world state. The Inquisitor. Romance Solas. He possessed knowledge beyond any mortal, that even the Dread Wolf could not foresee what it would mean to fall in love. Though Solas hid his past from the Inquisitor, the more time they spent together, the more precious that time became. Their connection was passionate and undeniable. Solas mourned that his duty to the past forced him to leave her in the end. But the Inquisitor knew what they had might not be so quick to fade. Oh, the fate of the Inquisition. The Inquisition grew too powerful too quickly for the comfort of the world's great kingdoms. They called a council, demanding it be brought to heel. Trespasser. I did disband the Inquisition. The Inquisitor made a rare decision, to give up power before it was corrupted any further. She saw that the Inquisition had grown so large it had become easy for others to misuse the many resources at its disposal. The Inquisitor disbanded it all and let her people choose new paths of their own. Oh, no. The hidden god. When Solas told the Inquisitor he intended to merge the physical world and the Fade, he admitted this would cause death and destruction. Not in so many words. Despite insisting there was no other way, Solas did not relish the costs in lives. He vanished in order to put his plans into motion, and the Inquisitor refused to give up on him. The Inquisitor believed she saw genuine regret in Solas, and that he didn't truly want to go through with this plan. She vowed to save her lover from dooming both the world and himself, which is not true. In fact, she asked if she could help him, and he said no. That he walked the Veilguard alone, which is basically a journey of death. I'll put the right verbiage in here in post. The Inquisitor's influence had diminished, but she still had contacts who began searching for the Dread Wolf. Oh, the music. Oh, here we go. It's my baby girl. Yep. Oh my god. So here we have Violet, and we have our customized Inquisition. Damn. Alright. Oh my goodness.
So, where were we?
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or my reaction content on TikTok. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day.